Yes, so that's that. So let me just send this out to our co-host so he can come in. Yeah, so I get that message out to the co-host so he can come in. So we are just waiting on the co-host now to come in before we get to begin. So sister, how was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was the way I like it. What if I cooking? What if I good food?
Yeah.
And let them out for the pitting them eat, and then me just try to relax the rest of the day.
Wonderful.
Mission accomplished. Right.
Mission accomplished. And how was the week? How was the week at work?
Well, only 2 days I work last week, Monday and Tuesday. So I've been off since Wednesday, dreading tomorrow.
Boy, I love your background. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we are just waiting on our co-host to come in. Because before we actually start today's discussion, he's got something that he wants to clear up. So I don't want us to start and then I want him to come and clear up. I could just settle last week matter, Me 1 second. Let me just let me just play 1 second. Yeah, we just a warm up. We just
it's true to the flex representing for Street Vibes. Hey yo, Owe, you're the boss. So you don't know, we no run race and we will never come last. So I will tell you them, tired of the killing and the war every day. We need a better country, need a better J.A. Innocent youth life taken away. Listen to a Street Vibes and how them a say. Down in a Jamaica, me say nothing a go on. Hungry for days and we still a carry on. Watch it to be nice, watch how them carry on. Bust them strap from dusk till dawn. You have sit subject and still never work. Rather grab a bag, rather grab a purse. Police murder him, fling the body in a hearse. Now them a ball say a curse. Street Vibes are how it does. Big up on yourself in a youth. I wanna lock the place, I wanna run the place in a man. And you don't know. To miss is to this. Street Vibes. Burn up road.
True friend better than pocket money. Ras chosen. Bigging up my real friend them from way back then. True friend will never lead you astray. Your true friend nah go pretend. True friend, even when times hard, them stick with you straight to the end. True friend will never let you down. Your true friend now take you for no clown. True friend, respect goes out to our true friend. True friend. Yeah, I was chosen. I represent for Street Vibes and Friend on Facebook and YouTube. That's where the things happening. Please follow, subscribe, comment, and like. Cause yo, you see Street Vibes and Friend. May I tell you say yo, yes are the real thing, the real vibes. You know what I mean? Ras chosen, real class, real boss. I endorse that one to the fullest, She worth more than gold. She not gonna short her soul. She have a dancing control. Dance, baby, dance. Dance, baby, love. Yeah, Street Vibes and Friend. May I tell you, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Share the link. Ras chosen. Up top, boss, world class. One.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So yes, to people, as I said, tonight we will be discussing relationship value, communication, respect, and compromising. Yes, so we are just trying to roll out for our co-host here in a commute. We'll just give him maybe about a minute or so and see if he will come in. Yeah, we'll just give him about a minute and see if he will come in. I want to big up everybody who joined our live last week. And also, we should have a live yesterday, but, it never happened. Really, really sorry about that because I want to be consistent. People, I want to be consistent with a live on a Saturday, you know, with the intention to increase like on a Saturday and a Sunday. And if possible, one in the week based on what is going on. And I want to also say that we'll be going over to YouTube. So I want to like, share, and follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. You know, it's free. No cost nothing. Just hit the subscribe button. Yeah? Yeah. So I decided there. So time. The topic. Because I could just go and kick it off until we come in. Okay, all right. So I guess he's backstage here. Let me get him on screen. Let me get Owe on screen. Hold on 1 second as we talk about that. Hold on 1 second. Let me just get Owe on screen. All right, Mr. Campbell.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
The undiluted, unfiltered. Owe, Tayin.
Yes, sir.
Owe, our co-host. Owe,
Hey.
Tayin.
All right, Tayin.
All right. So everything good?
Yeah, man. Everything good.
All right, blessings. Let me make sure say this live here on 1 second. Let me make sure say this live here on.
Well, it look like me identify Port Antonio in the background, sir.
Yes, that's a picture of Port Antonio, my brother. Yes, sir. That's a picture of Port Antonio. That's a picture of Port Antonio. Yes, definitely. That's a picture of Port Antonio. Yeah, man. So I'll read that. Let me make sure and say this thing here is okay. All right. Yes, Howie. So before we kick off now, you want to address because you're in a lot of trouble, you know.
Oh.
You're in a lot of trouble from
All right.
last week.
Oh.
Because basically you made a bold statement as to say that long distance relationship don't work, and basically people must why risk it? Don't do it.
But you left out part of it. So you choose to pick out the part them where you was and then just run with that alone.
Really, I tell you,
I went on to say when it involved your financial resource. So you left out that key part.
Okay, all right. Yes, you did say that. You did say that.
Okay, but you conveniently left out that part.
My apologies. So you know, Mr. Owie,
yeah,
you need to address the people then because yeah. So I think you should address.
All right. Let me
clarify that statement.
Yeah. Let me clarify in case anyone get any. No, put me back three. I want to see your face. Put me back three. You're not gonna hide behind. You're not gonna hide behind your computer and laugh. People need this. All right, so let me clarify. I didn't say if you have your people that you and them make life and you get the opportunity and go overseas, you must forget about them and never look back at them. I never said that. I said if you on the internet and you find someone in another country that you never met, you have never seen, you don't know them, and you go down there for a week and then shower you with love and all of that, do not come back and talk about that person is your fiance and decide say you're going to maintain that person. And I'm not talking about any particular gender. It could be a male, it could be a female. Do not send your money down there and tell yourself that is your fiance. Most likely is a scam. That's what I'm saying. If someone down there and they must scam someone, of course they are going to disagree. But I'm looking out for the person that's sending their money naive and think that that person is their fiance. That's what I'm saying. The next thing again, I've been traveling for 25 years. I know what it is like to live in a foreign country and where. The next thing that I'm saying, it costs a lot of money to bring people from Jamaica back into America. I'm speaking about America. It costs thousands of dollars. I literally know people who went bankrupt trying to do it. Just to talk with a lawyer alone, just to talk, not even for them to take the case. You're talking about consultation alone can run you a couple hundred, just to talk to them, for them to tell you, okay, what you need to do, just a couple hundred. And chances are the person back home not sending $1. So you're investing in someone that you even hardly even know. So I'm saying, let's say as a man, you work very, very hard and you build yourself as a man and you have your house, couple of vehicles, nice retirement saving. You maybe had an ex-wife where you had some children with that ex-wife. So you build yourself and you tell yourself, okay, this house, all of this, I'm going to leave for my children. You now go and you find someone in another country. You bring them here without knowing them. Chances are you're going to divorce. 80% of divorce, marriage ending divorce. And that's when you know the person. So imagine someone that you don't even know. Okay, the person divorced you. Chances are you have a lot to lose. They might want half of your house. So there goes the house that you work all your years in America for. Then you might have to give up one of your vehicle or even two of your vehicle or whatever to her. Plus, she might need alimony. And if whoever in Jamaica don't understand what alimony means, they can Google it. So you have everything to lose. And that's for male and female. I'm just talking from a man perspective because women can pay alimony too. Because if the person come up and decide that they don't want to work, that is all right. Let me go even further. That is why when a person files for someone, you have to prove to the government that you can take care of the person. And that's why people have to get affidavit of support. So if that person decides that they're going to go for welfare or get government assistance, you are stuck with it. The government can then come at you, even though you and the person no longer together. The government can come at you and say, listen, you owe all these money. So imagine the problem that you can find, your financial strain after losing your house and everything, and the person go on government benefit, you're still left holding the bag. Because that you're responsible for that person until that person becomes citizen, possibly. So there's a lot to it than just, find someone and file for them, and it's too much, it's too risky. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not trying to stifle nobody's food. I'm not trying, to any of that. But if a person don't want to listen and they feel like, I see this person on the internet and I'm going to file for them and they're my love of my life just because you spend a week with them, okay, go ahead. But all I'm saying, I stand on everything that I say. Long distance relationship, it doesn't work. And if it do work, you have too much to lose to invest in someone that you don't even know. And I'm not talking about people who've been together and then one migrate and help the next one. I'm all for helping people, but come at what cost? You can be helping someone that you don't even know. And I'll go further to say, that is why Western Union and MoneyGram even have so much stipulation. They actually ask you, do you know the person that you're sending the money to? Did the person promise you anything? They ask you a whole bunch of questions. And if you try to send to too much people, they block you. And it's not like they care about you sending your money. No, but they really know that scam take place. People naive. So they have to protect people from their own self. You don't even know the person you're sending thousands of dollars for them. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about.
All right.
And
so
I stand on that.
Okay, all right. So I guess maybe everybody understand that now and know exactly what
yes. If you are a person in America and you're doing financially well, it's too risky. You could end up losing your house, everything that you work for, just by bringing someone here.
So hold on, let me bring in Ty now. So Ty, I know you wasn't here last week still, but do you agree with what Owi's saying? Unmute your mic, Time.
I was listening to him carefully, and pretty much all that he stated was facts. Let me be honest. So even if I don't agree, when you state facts, you cannot dispute the facts. You know what I say? So I mean, A whole heap of people, lots of people get caught up in that for real. And 1 week, like he said, my boo and fiance and the rest of my life story, you know. It works, and there are exceptions to every rule, Chris, as we know. You can line up 10 people out there, you have 10 different experience, right? And you're gonna find that one that it work out for, right? But majority of the times, yeah, it ain't about nothing for real. It really ain't. It really ain't. And he's right, even about the affidavit of support. Until that person become a citizen, or and he said the one he's saying don't even plan to work. If they work for 40 quarters, then you off the hook. Or they become a US citizen. But if you say they'll plan to work, you could be set up. You can't set up yourself. But we know our people best, right? So when an expert is speaking, we have to listen. That's what I believe.
All right. Hey, Tayin, are the undiluted, unfiltered? Oh,
it's the truth. She knows. It's the truth.
When him
if
talking,
you have
Tayin,
a lot to lose,
when him talking,
you're gonna lose. If you have house, car, well established, you have a lot. You could find yourself homeless. Let me be honest. You could find yourself homeless by picking up the wrong person. And that's for men and women alike. Because the man can come up and like, I'm not going to work. And I'm going to divorce you. And I need alimony, especially if you're making a lot of money. The judge going to give them because you're responsible. People have asked me to sign affidavit of support for them. And I said, no. I would never do that. Because if that person decided they don't want to work and go to any benefit, I'm just talking about just go to Medicaid just to get free health insurance. You're responsible for that. The government will come to you that signed it. You don't have to be in a relationship. You that signed that affidavit of support. You signed that with the intention that you're going to support that person. And every person who filed for someone that comes to America signed that paper that they're going to support them. So you can't backtrack on that. So a person can stay in Jamaica and say, oh, you're trying to stop that person, your food, and everybody deserve a chance. Okay. But what about the person here? Do you know what they're going through? If that person decides to leave or the person decides to say, oh, you're making enough money. I'm not going to work. I'm just going to stay here and be cute. I'm not going to work. You can't force them to work. You can't. And if you're divorced, they can say they want alimony and you have to take care of them because the law says the way how the person lived while they were with you, while just like how you take care of them when you was married, is the same way they have to live a certain quality when you divorce them. You can't be like, oh, you was working, but I was taking care of you. Now that you leave, I'm not going to give you anything. Judge going to award alimony. They will. All
right. Well, at the end of the day, people, it's loud and it's clear. So everybody then can answer, they don't understand, right? All right. So people, please like and share. Like and share. So let's have the conversation now. Let's have the conversation. So our topic now is relationship, value, communication, respect, and compromising. All right. So, in every relationship, there is some key points in a relationship that we must adhere to, right? And communication is a main key, right? Respect is a main key. Compromising is a main key, right? And I'm sure there's few others. Well, I guess maybe as time goes by, maybe it will be, we'll bring them up and we actually talk about them. Now, what is relationship value? So Tayin, you the here as the female, I make you kick it off first. What you think relationship value is? Run that.
Well, as the word value, when you think about value just by itself, if you even take up that word and say value, right? If you think about value, you'd know it's something that's important to you, right? If you got value, it's important to you. It could be mandatory. Whatever value bring to you, could be emotional value, right? Psychological, different ways of how you value stuff, right? So when you think about a relationship, depending on how you think about it, how you value it is how like those three values system that you're just pointing out gonna show up. So the key to me is how you value the relationship, Chris, and then you determine what you want out of it. Then you, in return, will make sure the respect is there, right? The communication is a must. I truly believe in any relationship at all. I mean, any and every relationship you have. So if you think about relationship, whether it's with your kids, Chris, it's the staff that teach your children, the hospital, wherever you go, communication is key for any relationship to be successful. Anyone, right? And when you learn how to communicate effectively, because that's a part of communicating, effectively communicating, right? And when you do that clearly, because Chris, people will tell you that people can read, but somebody could read some words, but when they get done, do they comprehend what they just read? Did they understand what they just read? So you communicate effectively, Chris. Does the receiver? Because there's a sender and a receiver in communicating. So whatever you send, does your receiver get it and get it clearly? That's important, Chris. So that's why it's so important. They gotta know what you want. If they respect you enough, Chris, here how they compile. When you communicate, if it's effective, they respect you, Chris. And if that requires them to compromise to make sure what they want out of this relationship they get, those all together will come together in any relationship. It stands true for any relationship.
All right, proper. For me, relationship value for me is basically, as Tayin said, it started from what one actually wants out of the relationship. You know, what you are looking forward to, what you are about to gain from the relationship. Because at the end of the day, a relationship is between two, and it compromise. You have to compromise, respect, communicate. And when you say communicate is a broad word, because in a relationship, communicate also means that it can be verbal or non-verbal, right? Let's take in, for instance, you might be asking your partner a question if the partner wants something and the partner says no. You in yourself need to know your partner in a sense as to, is it that she's feel uncomfortable? Is it that she's not happy about something? Is it that she upset? So you have to know when, it's like when back in him young days, when him having girlfriend, and I'm about to do what I do, and the girl said no. No mean no, but sometimes in some instance, and we can say this, in some instant, the no with a smile, make a kiss, make a kiss, and she said no, and she go no, we have to know that no there, we mean,
So are you accusing me of sexual assault, Chris?
Nobody sue me. Nobody sue me, I beg you. Just like example.
Are you accusing me of SA?
No. But you understand what I'm saying, right?
Okay. I just want to be clear.
What I'm saying. Yes. No, but just use you as an example.
No, why me? Why can't you use Chris?
I'm just saying that, it's important where, one understand their partner, It's important where one respect their partner. Respect their partner in a sense that, well, I don't even want to say you speak to your partner as how you will want them to speak to you, because you have some people that's a relationship, boy, and then they will tell their partner all kind of dirty, nasty something, So I'm just saying, respectfully, for me, practice to speak to your partner just as how you deal with your partner in public. You should deal with your partner like that behind closed door, just to see him, just give them that respect. Compromise. That I want. For me personally, it rough sometimes, because everything happening at the house, trust me. But Me just have to just know say I saw you go. And I saw my wife still. She wants money for blame. So me will just take it. So me compromise and say, okay, all right. So you go. You understand? And along with a lot of other things. I mean, if your partner might say that, you know, you want this, she want this, both want to come to an understanding, you know, when they can reach to, you know, an achievement and everybody is somewhat happy. So that's what it is. Owie, I'll pass it over to you.
What was the question again?
The topic, what does it mean to you, relationship value?
Okay. For me, if relationship is companionship for me. When I'm seeking a relationship, I'm seeking companionship. So me personally, I can be alone at any time. That I wasn't built that way. I tell you that already. I think we talk about that, and me tell you, me never designed to live alone. So me prioritize relationship. It's very important that as a young person, you prioritize having a relationship, because there's no amount of money, there's no amount of vanity that you can have in life that can substitute for a good relationship.
So hold on a little, Owie. So when you have people that say, they're single and they're happy, they're single and they're independent and they speak, you know, in this context.
I don't believe it, most of them, because we speak in general, right?
Yeah.
We normally speak in general. So I don't believe that when a person say them single and happy, in most cases they are. When you're happy, you don't normally come on media and tell people that you're happy. People see you that you're happy. So I don't believe that the whole thing about being single and happy, because we're humans. I think humans crave companionship. So I don't buy into this single and happy, especially the older
How about
you
you,
get.
Tyne? What you have to say about that, Tyne?
Chris, as with anything, I believe that, like he said, not everybody, but there are people. And I will say that, Chris, because somebody could have came out of the worst relationship of their life, Chris. And now that they single, trying to get their world back together is the happiest they've been, right? Because they was in an abusive relationship, Chris, for years. Get kicked down, boxed down, just bad. Well, anyone I would have say, no matter how bad it was, you'd have better off by yourself. When they tell you their story, you'll be like, why would you put up with all of that? So at this moment in their life, Chris, as they go through a transition, it is happy. And then, Chris, you have people who supposed to be in a relationship and they're lonely. They're lonely. They're supposed to have husband and girlfriend or boyfriend. And they're lonely. They are so
lonely. Explain,
lonely.
what do you mean lonely, Tyne? I don't understand. How people be in a relationship are lonely?
Chris, because you don't have a true partner. You don't have a true partner. So you're not also. You understand? We're not getting no support for your woman or your wife or your husband. Them not contribute to bills. They not do no clean up. They not do nothing but just exist in your space. For some people, I mean, I talk from people with experience. The man just dead or the woman just dead, Chris. That's it. Like they almost serve no purpose. So there's no communication like we ask for. There's no level of respect, Chris. What's supposed to happen? They now compromise. You understand me? None of that now happen, Chris. None of that for any value in the relationship does not exist. There is no sex. Nobody now cook no food for you. Nobody now wash the clothes. You might as well be by yourself.
Part of a relationship, Tyne?
Huh?
Is sex a big part of a relationship?
It depends on the individual. That's what I'm telling you. Some people will say that. Some people will say no. It depends on each individual. What's important? What's their value system? How important that is, Chris. So I couldn't tell you. For me, it's not the biggest factor in my relationship. If I have one, let me say that for me. But in general, I couldn't. You'd have to ask each individual if that's it. When you say you have companionship, you don't want to be alone. You just don't want to be in your bed alone, or because you want to have sex in your bed. What's alone mean to you? It depends on the
All right.
individual.
What's alone mean to you, Owie? What is it? Is it that you're afraid to be alone? Yeah, what does it mean to you, Owie?
Companionship. I personally have to have companionship. I wasn't built to be alone, so I prioritize family. That's my only purpose on earth is to have a family. So I value relationship, because for you to have that, you have to have relationship.
Okay. Well, for me myself, I value my family a lot. I value relationship, and I mean, not only my relationship intimately, as regards to my wife, but friendship as well. I really value my friends, a lot. Trust me. I have friends in the past, when they hurt me, it feel like I want a woman hurt me. When they do something, I'm a feel that way about it. Feel like I want a woman hurt me. Yeah. It's like that. All right. So listen, let's elaborate on so you want to come in again?
No, for some reason, I use two computers and
all right, no mind that one. I will just hold that one backstage. All right, yeah. So let's elaborate on communication time. What does communication mean in a relationship?
First, it means everything. It means everything. Clear communication in a relationship is everything. People have to know how to talk to each other. Also, people have to understand the nonverbal responses, right?
All right, I was just about to say that. Yeah, go on.
Yes. So you have to, like I said, if you are the one communicating, Chris, you got to be clear in what you're saying. And that's clear. Like I said, when the receiver don't have no questions after you give them instructions, because everything that they need to know, the what, the who, the why, the how, the when, is communicated. So when you relay something, they understand that. So either way, in a relationship, I'm telling you, from morning to evening, Chris, nobody's supposed to have to guess what y'all think. Guess when y'all come. Guess. They shouldn't have to do that, because you clearly communicate with your partner. And even if, it's so clear that even if at this moment you don't want to talk about something, they understand that, Chris, and give you the space that you need and the grace that you need for this moment to process it till you're ready to sit down and talk about it if you so choose. And what people also got to understand in the world of communication, Chris, you don't have to know everything.
Yeah.
You do not have to know everything, and it should be still okay. And
all right,
people
so break down that bit, Ty. Sorry, break down that bit when you say, like, give an example as to when you say you don't have to know everything. Break down that bit so somebody will listen can understand. What
okay.
You mean, right?
All right. Say for instance, Chris, something happened at work today with you, right? Mm-hmm. But for whatever confidentiality, even though in your home, you should be able to. But if you said to your significant other, like, man, the worst thing happened to one of my co-worker today, but I can't even talk about it right now. Mm-hmm. It should be okay. And they just checking on your well-being. Are you okay? And if you said to them, yep, I'm okay, or I'm still processing it, and they just said to you, I'm here if you need me. That's it, Chris. You don't have to say nothing else. They should understand and respect that at this moment, you can't talk about it and not take offense to that. And not take offense to you not wanting to talk about it or feeling the need to address it at this moment. And I truly believe, Chris, people tell you what they want you to know. It's just that simple, Chris. People tell you what they want you to know.
That's true. That's true.
Plain and
So
simple.
yeah, that's true. So you touch on emotion. So I have something here that I want to read, right? And it says, how do you attend to her emotions? Right? How do you attend to her emotions? All right. So Tyne just said some important bits. So I'm gonna read this what I have here. So I'm gonna start now. How do you check her emotions? Check how her day has been. Pay attention to her feelings, right? So I have this here, and Tyne as a lady just actually has said that. So basically, I hope you all listen to what the lady has said, and I take on board about emotions. All right, yeah. So pay attention to her feelings. Don't belittle what she goes through. Compliment her physical beauty, but also her inner beauty. Be faithful, but also don't do things that make her suspect you are cheating. Talk to her in a courteous and respectful manner. Find out about her dreams and fears. Have intimate conversation with her. Don't make her feel lonely. Don't ignore her the whole day. Make her feel special through your words and deeds. Talk to her as someone important, not casual or a sex object. Apologize to her when you wrong her. You may not be perfect, but show her you are working on treating her better. Touch her, even when sex is not an agenda. Make her laugh. Involve her in your life and decision. Appreciate her for all she does for you and the children. All these does not require money. It's just normal, natural thing.
You'll do all of that when you prioritize your relationship. If you prioritize your relationship, all of that you describe, you're going to do it. Because let me tell you this. You see, when you get old and you lay down on your dying bed, the only thing you think about is family. That's the only thing you're going to think about. Whoever your companion, whoever you all right. To show you have people that have everything in life. The only thing missing is companionship. Because they didn't prioritize companionship. Because it's very, very, very important. Because as humans, I don't think we were designed to be by ourselves. We weren't designed to be by ourselves. We were designed to coexist, male and female, coexist together. That's how we were designed. That's why when a person says, "Oh, I'm single and I'm happy," okay, you might be happy because you get out of a bad relationship. But if your intention is never ever to get into a next relationship, you can't tell me that you're going to be happy for the rest of your life. Never, because when you're old and you retire, there's no amount of vanity, there's no amount of name brand purse, bags, whatever that's going to make you happy more than a companion. When you're on that person,
no pets, cat and dog.
Yeah. When you're on a person can sit on your porch, both of you retire, and you can sit on your porch and chat people with pass or chat anything. That, I mean, there's no money can put on something like that. That is why, and I learned this. Let me tell you when I learned this from I was like 11-year-old on Christmas, like Christmas time, like no, like all my aunt, uncle, everybody would come to my grandmother's house. I lived there, so everybody would come there, and I look at my grandmother and my grandfather. One is a farmer, my grandfather is a farmer, my grandmother sells the product, right? Everybody was there, some doing well for themselves, some not too well. But at that time, I'm thinking nobody cares about what my grandparents did for a living. Just the companionship that they had. You get what I'm saying? That's how from that time I value it. And I'm like, all of these people that's in this yard, uncle, cousins, name it, everybody came from those two people. Those two people, everybody that's in this house came from these two people, because these two people value relationship, value companionship, and they stick it out and have all these people, everybody in the house. And I check it. I was like 11-year-old, and I look at it and say, isn't this a beautiful thing? That's everybody that's here came from these two people. They prioritize. So on your dying bed, Chris made all his money. You drive the fastest bus in London. You're the best bus driver London has ever seen. You think nobody care about that on your dying bed? Oh, so the safest driver for 40 years, never had an accident. Top earner. Who care about that? Who care about that on your dying bed? You think you worry about that? All you want to see is companionship coming from the family. So that's why I said I value relationship, family, like that's your top priority. There's nothing else important. I'm sure you would give up everything just for family. Everything.
Yeah. Yes. Word, my brother, word. And
that's where I am.
I hope, maybe after, on the rerun, some of my brothers are watching this and, sort of try to make some change, because we're tired to see, as men later on in our life, because we know, say, men go through hardship, especially in them older age in their life, more than even women.
And you know what? Most of them make bad decisions and they didn't prioritize family. Yes. They didn't prioritize finding a woman that's compatible with them and settling down and putting the family together. They didn't prioritize that. Man tell themselves
that's one of the reasons too why.
That's the main reason.
That's the main reason.
The woman might, in most cases, especially when they have children, they're more willing to settle down. And the man feel like, oh, me no want to tie down. You get what I'm saying? So if you realize, most Jamaican men only marry for opportunity. Then they're not going to have their girlfriend in Jamaica. But if it's true, how many men in Jamaica where you know genuinely, if you just pull 10 men, how many of them married in Jamaica? How many of them married? Then we have them baby mother for 20 odd years. That means you don't value her.
Tiny look like you agree with all, Tiny. You shake your head, Tiny. Look like you agree with all,
If the facts are there, it can't be disputed. It's not my opinion. That's facts. Most Jamaican men are unmarried. My daddy is almost 70-year-old, never been married, but he have kids. So more in our culture, we don't prioritize marriage and having that family. Remember back in the 30s and the 20s when marriage came about, that's why all of us great-grandparents and grandparents have been married. If you notice, all of them been married. Then after in the, I would say 70s, 80s, we stopped marrying. And that's why you find, I mean, I could go on about it, but that's why our society is like that. We don't value family.
True,
a man would have his baby mother, they're together for 20 years and he never married her. But you come to America and marry within days.
Opportunity. So hold on. So let me ask you a question. So hold on, Tyne. I want to put Owe on the spot because, so what you have to say, Owe, because oftentimes I hear ladies says, what's the point? Me not have to marry, and everybody want to marry.
Marriage.
Like marriage.
No, marriage. I would say marriage benefit women more than even men. So I would say if women should ensure that the man that they are with, if you're gonna make children with him, you must be able to marry him, because you shouldn't be just making children and say, oh, he's not good enough, he's not husband type then. So it protect. It's a form of protection in the sense of, let's say for example in Jamaica where they say what do you call it? Common law. Common law is hard to prove. Oh, you're gonna prove to a judge that you live with this man for 20 years if something should go wrong. It's hard to prove that you and this man live for 20 years. So in case anything, so marriage provide a protection that you would never normally get if you're not married to the person. That's just common sense. That can't be disputed. So if you're going to build life, there are certain laws that protect you that once you're married to the person. So basically, if you and him decide, say, you and him live together for 20 years and you buy furniture together, name it. It doesn't matter whose name it is or anything like that. Marriage give you that protection where you can give a woman all your money and say, baby, everything in the house where we want, buy them. So she buy them in her name. So if she decide to kick you out, you can't get any of these furniture because they are in her name and you're not married. But if you're married, then the court have to deal with that and issue out or whatever. So marriage kind of bring that protection together. And then what marriage does to, because marriage wasn't created for love. Marriage was created to so that means to bring financial stability, because men were coming back from war, leave single women and all kind of things. So marriage was.
Oh, wait, me I'll cut you 1 second. So you said marriage wasn't created for love. Let me just put in this. It wasn't happiness.
Yes. No, it would have nothing to do with happiness. That's why happiness not in the vow. It's supposed to be. Actually, marriage is a business. Let's put it out there. So basically, when you, like for example in America, if I die, my wife would get my pension and everything. If she die, if I would get the same. So they with that create a kind of financial stability. That means the government don't have to pick up your slack then basically. So marriage give you a sense of protection. So when you hear a person like, oh, we married for what? If you can be with the person for over a decade, you must get married to the person. Then if not, then you're wasting your time. And the same individual that said they're not going to marry, they're still married for opportunity.
Yeah, like you said.
They're not really against married. They're just against family. They're just anti-family.
Yeah. So, Tyne, what do you think about marriage?
Yeah, listen to Owie, and I'm thinking, I think about the protection piece. Listen. I'm just trying to think. No, I've been sitting here trying to think about it for real though. Listening, no, say, you know, some of what you're saying is true, but I'm just trying to think really about marriage and why people really get married. And I'm fine with marriages, let me be honest. But the thing is, you got so many people who choose to get married for the wrong reasons.
No, but you have people who want the wedding, not the marriage. You have to
not the marriage.
You have to understand the difference. They want the wedding, not the marriage.
Yes. Because they don't realize that the real work begins after you say I do.
Yes, that's the marriage.
Yes,
they didn't want that part. They want the dress apart. The nice dress thing.
Yes, and 30 bridesmaids, 30 bridesmaids, and 30 groomsmen.
Yes.
Right? And the horse and chariot and $50,000, $100,000 wedding. Yeah, that's the wedding.
That people want. That's not the marriage. That's the wedding. People want wedding. So people want marriage.
Right. And then, and no, absolutely. I say that all the time. So people forget, say, after you say I do, you said I do to what's going to come for the rest of your lives.
Exactly.
But what also, Chris, I always say about a marriage, that marriages, some people come with false expectations, right? And I'm going to tell you what I mean when I say that. Okay, when this woman and this man was just dating, right? Say, Friday night, the man used to go out with his friend, them go hang out, right? And he was fine with that. He go play a pool, whatever he did with his friends. And when he was dating, you never had a problem with it. The day say I do, no, you have to talk about where I go. Why you think that change, or why it should change? Because that no start problem, you know. Because that don't mean still want the one evening with him friends. Nothing wrong with that. You have no, you're married now. And that's where the problem starts. Because all of a sudden things change because you said I do. Why? Do you agree with that? Because I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, my thing on that, I think there are certain changes you have to make when once you get married. There are certain lifestyle changes that you have to make. I truly believe that. And I agree, there are certain enjoyment that you would have had before that you want to change. But it depends on what it is that the person is doing. But I know for a fact that when you're married, there are certain things you can't do, like how a single man would do. Like you can't be going out every night. All right, you used to go out every night and party and come in early in the morning. Then after you get married, I can't do those things again. So there are certain.
Me not go that extreme. Me not talk about that. That you notice me make one specific once a week. And go hang out with your friend then. So once a week.
I agree.
Yes. Once a week gonna meet up a Street Vibes yard and play domino. Did that for years. I probably just the woman even meet you play domino. Cause she come with her friend. Cause her friend man there. Right, and so she meet you. I'm just a woman with realistic, And that's
I've been tied up my screen. I see you.
I totally agree. I totally agree. You can't just change everything. I totally agree.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the respectful stuff. Yes, exactly. Yeah. No, me not talking about disrespect. No, we don't talk about disrespect always. Because calling out every night coming in. No, that's total disrespect.
Yeah, man. No,
that
out there for just
right. That should have been a red flag before you were married to him. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You got to ring there and change that behavior. That would I like to tell you. So you probably should have think twice before you say I do.
So what I know. Let me play devil's advocate again. Because me like play devil's advocate, right?
That's why you're coming here black.
So what about?
Watch my look for this shirt.
Yeah, but they look funny, man. What about Taib? Like, the ladies they were married to some men like a selector from indie dance. When no say the selector they have, the man they have whole heap of woman. Is it a case that if it's continue having whole heap of woman after I'm married because at this you meet me?
Chris, that's where I'm gonna be honest. A woman just set herself up. You just set up yourself because that man not ready yet. Me not say now ready to be married.
Hold on.
No, not yet.
Say me good friend DJ.
Not yet, are we not ready yet?
No, so are you saying that a selector don't have no wife then?
I never said that.
No. You phrase it different. You are saying having only a woman, them and rare. You being a selector is your job. You just go in there to play music and you go home. That's your job. You don't know you have a woman.
And that's what you say. You're saying I'm only for a woman.
Yeah, you phrase it wrong.
You get married.
Yes, but you still got to work. I work him
Hold on. You know you have some man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where have whole heap of woman.
Mm-hmm.
And a woman still married them. You know that, right? Still say
yes.
That's why I said she's setting up herself. And she has set up herself, because they say a person show you who they are, believe them.
Mm-hmm.
So if this man show you say I'm only per woman, that's what me talk about false expectations, right, Howie? So him about a woman, you know that. Probably the same night they married to you and go sleep with one and girl. He might come from her yard to say I do. You are setting yourself up for false expectations. Him not ready yet. Chris, when the man is ready, you don't have to tell him or beg him to left all of them woman there. When he's ready to settle down, Chris, one thing me I go tell her right now, we can't change nobody but we self. We not have the power to change nobody but ourselves.
You
Chris,
can't say that time.
what are the truth? Chris,
But a
who
lot
you
of
can
ladies-
change? Chris, who you can change?
You can't change your
No, but
body.
You
A
can't
person have
change
to be willing to
nobody,
change.
Chris.
A person have to be willing to change.
Chris, then change themselves because whatever reason they change, because they love you, they respect you, they appreciate you, Chris, so then change for them behavior. But you can't change nobody behavior, Chris. Never, nobody. Them change because of what you mean to them. That's what I try to tell you. You can't change nobody. So you go married to him, you can't change him. Him have to change himself, Chris. And that I try to tell you. You cannot, you only responsible for your actions or inactions. You can't change. Not even the pitney where you help make. The woman we are married to. Nobody, Chris, you don't have the powers. None of we don't have the powers to change behaviors except our own. And when you think about that,
100%.
yeah.
Make that register, Chris.
All right, you see for that now. You see for that now.
Mhm.
That register, and we are going to take a break on that. On that, we are going to take a break. We are going to take a break on that. So yeah, let's take a break on that. 1 second.
You're gonna make that register.
And that means you need that to give me the digest. That. You have to digest that, my brother.
Yes, we have to go digest that. We have to go make that. We have to go make that.
Yeah, man.
We have to
Make
go
that
make that
simmer in
register.
here, man.
Yes.
Next time you walk around
yes.
that way, you're gonna change people. Make that. Just remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't change nobody, Chris. Nobody. We don't have that power. And that's one thing I'm telling you. When we figure that in life, don't get me wrong, Chris. You drop nuggets to people. You totally give advice. And sometimes, like the job when me in a Chris, when I go through my program, nothing when me say Chris, now register. Or you beat them 5-10 years down the road, Chris.
On that strong note, then we're going to take a break on that strong note. We're going to take a break.
I think you need that break.
You know, Shoot to the Flex representing for Street Vibes. Hey, yo, Owe, you're the boss. So you don't know, we not run race and we will never come last. So I will tell you them, tired of the killing and the war every day. We need a better country, need a better J.A. Innocent youth life taking away. Listen to a Street Vibes and how them a say. Down in a Jamaica, me say nothing a go on. Hungry for days and we still a carry on. Watch it you be nice, watch how them carry on. Bust them strap from those till dawn. You have 6 subject and still never work. Rather grab a bag, rather grab a purse. Police murder him, fling the body in a hearse. Now them a ball say a curse. Street Vibes are how it does. Big up on yourself in a youth. I wanna lock the place, I wanna run the place in a man. And you don't know. To miss is to this. Street Vibes. Burn up road.
True friend better than pocket money. Ras chosen. Bigging up my real friend them from way back then. True friend will never lead you astray. Your true friend now go pretend. True friend, even when times hard, them stick with you straight to the end. True friend will never let you down. Your true friend now take you for a clown. True friend, respect goes out to our true friend. True friend. Yeah, I was chosen. I represent for Street Vibes and Friend on Facebook and YouTube. That's where the things happening. Please follow, subscribe, comment, and like. Cause yo, you see Street Vibes and Friend. Me I tell you say yo, yes the real thing, the real vibes. You know what I mean? Ras chosen, real class, real boss. I endorse that one to the fullest, you know? She worth more than gold. She not gonna short her soul. She have a dancing control. Dance baby dance. Dance baby love. Yeah, Street Vibes and Friend. Me I tell you.
back. All right, that's good. Check.
You register?
You register.
You dying, Jesse?
Yo, Mr. Tight there, I drop bombing up.
Change me light color to me. Change the scenery.
Chris, you didn't walk around. You didn't walk around all about and try to change people.
Well, you know what say? You know what say? Me get caught because you want me alone.
You walk around and change people. Like a Jesus.
Really, no. Yo, we say, yo.
Some people have been left alone, brother.
That was a good one.
I hear me see I try to change people and I'm telling you, Chris, let some people alone and change them.
Chris, my bad, my brother.
Yeah, some people where their parents give up on them and Chris are trying with them.
Oh Lord, Chris, no. No, my brother, I don't saw you go.
No matter how me I tell you, left that person there alone, man, you know, see. I say, no, man. So I'm glad you tell him.
Yeah, so, you know,
you might be drink water.
Me realize that I can't get my brother deep. Eat you deep, Chris.
Yeah, man, eat him deep, man. Because he know. Yeah, let that try to change people.
We can't.
Battle, brother.
Yeah, you can't. Because Chris, the mindset, your mindset, Chris, only you can change your mindset. And that's it. Only you can change your mindset. So like you say, Chris, if somebody take the advice where you give them, Chris, and change, because they tell themselves,
yeah.
them are going to use your information. And you are then change. Them tell themselves that is valuable. And I'll implement it. I'll change. But it's not because of you. No one of you. Because of themselves.
Agreed.
Well, at least we learn that. So basically, we are running for about an hour and 6 minutes. So, is there anything else we want to actually talk about, or we want to really wrap up on that? So basically, we talk about relationship values and some of the key points and compromise. You have to compromise in a relationship. It's a must,
Yeah.
Have to compromise in order to reach, a goal. Especially if two people, are come from a different angle. At least you have to meet each other in the middle. We spoke about respect, where you have to have respect in a relationship because respect is earned. You understand? Well, at 2023 now, still, you think the respect can be bought?
It depends on how. It's a trick question. Like bought in what way?
No, monetary value, or
you can pretend. I mean, you pretend you like your boss through my peer, that doesn't necessarily mean you like him, but he must sign the check. So
That's it.
It depends. Bossy, and you think, Linford, he's a respectable guy. Yeah, but people, Linford not really respect him.
No.
Yeah, Linford only respect the check.
Yeah, that's true.
It can be bought if that's how you look at it.
We spoke about respect. Respect have to earn. You have to have, respect in a relationship. We spoke about communication, which is the key in our relationship. Communication, listening, to understand and not just to respond.
Right.
You have verbal, non-verbal communication. So people basically, when you see Owie and a missus in wife and them live good, it takes a lot of work. When you see Tyene and her husband, it takes a lot of work. you know, just come overnight. Or
You,
something
what
like
to you? You're a bachelor.
that.
What to you? Eh? You a bachelor?
I am the speaker, you know. I am the speaker.
Yeah.
I am the speaker.
Well, all right, let me say it then. When you say street vibes and in wife, a whole heap of work put into it.
That
You know, just come
exactly.
overnight. Everything not just perfect and run smooth. And we street
Right.
vibes not wake up happy every day. No,
That's
that's
right.
not a relationship. Happiness
Yeah.
not count.
Yeah. You know,
Right.
as we always say, companionship. You know, you have to
It's the
value.
most important thing.
Yes.
You know what?
Hey, I want.
All right. You know what?
Yeah.
Let me say it. You know one thing when me always say, and when people always say, oh, they're single and happy and they want to live alone, me say, yo, you know, say drunk will find them before people find you if you live alone. Because when you live alone, no matter how much friend you have, if they call you and no get you, they just assume say you're gone somewhere and you turn off your phone.
True.
Understand?
True.
The only person we are gonna know say something wrong with you is the person we live with. Them are gonna know say, all right, we left him home. Or you know, come home, something wrong. But all your friends them will call you or your family member, then just ask that you ain't gonna work. They're not gonna care. That's why most time people will live alone, drunk or find them before somebody. You know what people know at New York? When I'm there in New York, what people dead in an apartment and their neighbor smell them next door. It's sad, but it's true. They live alone. And if the neighbor smell foul odor coming from the apartment and call police and whatever and then knock off the door and go find the person in there, body are decomposed because then I've never had no companionship. It's sad. We never designed to live like that. That's one of my worst fear. Dying alone. Yeah. So all who strong and independent and don't need nobody, trust me, we all need somebody. Stop lying.
No, but you see, I agree with you. And even when you said, you don't think human beings were even designed to be alone. I remember when I was in college and I was talking to a professor about the same topic. And I said to her, I said, you could literally say that is true because even the fetus is attached to somebody from the womb. You attached to another human being.
Say that again.
And my professor was like,
say that again.
She was like, yeah. I said, even from in the womb, you are attached to another human being. You are attached to another human being. When I said that to the professor, she looked at me. She's like, I never even thought about it that way. But she's like, that's genius. You're right. I said, yes. So human beings, I agree, are not designed to be alone. Totally agree with that one. God, from before birth, we are attached to somebody. Yep.
And I'm not a Bible person, but even biblically speaking, if you realize it is alleged that when God made Adam, he realized Adam was lonely. That's how Eve came about. So even biblically, if you're a Christian, you should realize that. But God did make Adam first, and then he realized, say, something not right. Adam are gonna die alone. So I need companionship. That's why I said human being wasn't designed to be by themselves. We weren't.
Yeah, we need other human because remember in the Bible, you know,
interact with other humans.
Remember in the Bible, you know, he made the animals, you know, before he make the female, you know. And Adam rejected
because he
the
realized that
Adam
was lonely.
Yeah, he still felt lonely.
That's why I said humans weren't designed. You weren't designed to be by themselves. So that's why I can't get the concept. If you're single and you just want to live all your life single and happy, like, oh, how? At some point you're gonna need someone, and that's how older women make bad judgment, because the older you get, is the more companionship you start to value. Because remember, when you're young and you're having a hot girl summer and all of that party year, all your friends single, you don't value relationship. You know when you start, when all your friends marry and settle down. When you're young, you don't value it as much because all your friends, you're going out to party, even for male, you know, clubbing tonight and we are going this and this and this. But the older you get, you start to be like, oh, you know what? I don't even feel like going nowhere, but you're home alone. So like, how am I going to stay home alone? So the older you get, is the more. That's why older men and women alone make bad decisions, bad relationships because they're getting desperate. And that's why I said older women will go to Jamaica and pick up a young boy and start financially support them. You get what I'm saying? They would never do that when they were in their 20s.
That's true.
But they start doing it when they are in their 50s. They're in their 50s. I see them with a little 30-year-old or a 20-something-year-old because they're desperate for relationship now. And they know they are the one they know that want to change the guy from going out and doing all kind of, because they want them to stay home. Because when you're at that age, you want to stay home and enjoy companionship.
Right.
You should value that from early.
While he might live him young boy summer, right?
While he might live the life where you used to live in your 20s.
Right.
Yes,
Exactly.
because you were strong and independent and didn't need nobody.
And but also too, and you know that's definitely true to some extent. But what I've experienced too, we are gonna be honest, because I mean this is such an array of vast amount of different experiences that could be brought to the table about this situation. But I've also seen young women too, right? Younger women that feel like they can never be without a man. I mean, it come out of their mouth. So, when we tell us that they're reckless with their choices, then pick up anything will look like you have on pants. You understand me? And it's like a cycle for them to just be in one bad relationship after another. They don't even take the time to, like you said, learn the person. You understand me? They end up with 5 baby father. I'm not saying it's all bad, but when you listen to what happens, is the fact that comes out, I can't be by myself. I can't be by myself. So at some point too, to not be by myself, allow some people to get into predicaments that not the healthiest for them.
Yeah, that's true. Make it sink. Make it sink. People,
let that one sink too. Yeah.
We are talking about things. And me personally, I hope say somebody take something away from this. We need to start value relationship.
Yeah.
Need to value relationship. Stop leaving relationships for
happiness.
Things for happiness, and also for I think I need to break down the happiness something that's tiny, because she not really understand it,
Okay, I've spoken to a lot of people, right? And you ask them why they leave the relationship, especially marriage. And the first thing they say, it wasn't abuse. Well, some will just throw out abuse out there. Most of them said they weren't happy. So I would go further and like ask, well, why, you weren't happy? And the thing them is just ridiculous. Oh, you not pay me much attention or what else? Not things for you to leave.
Just not happy with him. You're just not happy.
Yeah, you're just not happy. Make me happy. And what I always tell them is, listen, you see the first 6 months of your relationship is the best 6 months ever. And that's when all the lies are told. Every lie in the book, both parties lie the ass to each other.
The honeymoon period?
That is not the reality of how the relationship gonna go. Years later, you can't expect that same first 6 months. So if you gonna marry after that 6 months and expect your life gonna be like that, it's not gonna happen. So you're gonna end up separating. And that's the difference between we in the West and the people in Asia, for example. They're not looking for happiness. They don't, you'll never find them talking about happiness. That's not their main focus. Their main focus is family. Our main focus is happy, and that's why the happiness is not in the vow. They never say, oh, you should make your wife happy, or your wife should make the husband happy for the rest of your life. No, in sickness, in death, in bad time, good times, whatever time, you have to stick it out. That's the vow you make before God and man.
So what about the ladies? They say, oh, you know, make me happy because you know carry me out, you know, make me laugh. You know, do
I mean, if you want to laugh, you go on comedy show. You can laugh there, but how are you supposed to be happy when you have bills to pay? You want to wake up happy and the mortgage due? I mean, where happiness come from in a relationship?
No, I'm gonna push back on that because I'm not necessarily happy to pay my bills, but that don't mean my relationship should feel the pressures of the bills either. I think that's the difference, you know. So we know the bills are coming, but I don't want my relationship to feel the pressures of the mortgage or the light bill. No, you understand me? I still want to smile behind that. I think we know that laughter is the best medicine. So I'm not saying we're going to laugh every day. We can't. That's just how life is. Mm-hmm. But I think it should be something that we work purposefully to make sure our spouses, and I don't mean no particular agenda because they work both ways. That we no matter what happens, we find some opportunity to make each other smile, because especially for women, it goes a long way and it helps with the burdens that life gonna give us, the curveballs it's gonna continue to throw us in every aspect. So I think for a woman, from our perspective, is all the things is gonna happen, all the things are gonna come. But if I could find a moment that I could laugh with the love of my life, or whatever you deem that person to be, if we could still find the reasons to laugh, I mean, it allows us, and I'm on this journey of literally, I'm telling you, experiencing moments of joy, because it's so critical for even what it does to the body. Just to experience moments of joy, I'm telling you, it's worth it. So I'm gonna say, we as in a relationship and our companion, and I'm telling you, if you ask the elderly, the folks who have made it to a 50-year marriage, or literally till death do them part, if you ask them, you know, what was the secret sauce to making it through, they will both tell you we were able to still laugh. We were mad at each other at the same time. They were just little things, might be small, but very important things to get them through.
Let me push back on that.
One second. Mm-hmm. So my granduncle and his wife married for over 60 years, right? And I remember one day I said to him, Uncle, how important is happiness in our marriage? You know, happiness play a great part in our marriage. And I remember him saying to me, happiness? Where happiness I go? So when you say ask, I just want to say that. So I remember asking him that question. And
I ask people that been successfully married for many decades.
It basically refute
about that, and the same answer they give me, like that. We don't even think about that. That's why I say I want to push back. I'm not saying.
I notice me saying, I mean, I say, look for happiness, you know, because me hear you.
That's the point they have missed. Many of them leave their relationship because they're not happy. That's what they said. Right. That's why I said, if that's your reason for leaving your family, you choose that's being selfish.
Right.
And I can speak for Chris. I put the family needs above my personal feelings. How I feel have nothing to do with the family.
Yes.
The family needs is more important to me than how I feel. So I would leave my family because I'm not happy. I can't afford to do that.
Right.
So that is what I mean when I say happiness. If you're going to leave a relationship and I ask you why you separate from your husband, because mostly women do it.
Yes.
And they be like, oh, it doesn't make me happy. Okay, what he need to do. He's a good provider, he's a good dad, and then name out all these good attributes. All these good,
right.
but they
But
themselves
not be
are not
happy.
happy. So that's being selfish. You're gonna choose,
Yeah.
and this is not when you leave the man, you break up the family, especially when you have children. Because the family, it can never be a family. No matter if the man is involved in the child life or whatever, he's not going to bed. The child not going to bed knowing daddy and mommy is here anymore. You're gonna break up all of that because of your personal need. That's being selfish, in my opinion. So when I said being happy, I'm not saying not to do nice stuff for her, but what you have to remember about happiness, you could be. I could make you happy this minute. This minute you're laughing and you smile and all of that, and the next minute you're crying.
I agree.
I can't build this relationship on happiness. We have to build it somewhere else, because I'm going to do all the nice things. I'm not saying you shouldn't be a good partner and make sure you're supposed to take care of your partner both ways. But I'm saying it should be based on happiness. Like, I have to make it happy. No, that's not the goal. The goal is togetherness as a family. And I choose the family over my personal needs. How I feel have no bearings on the relationship. That's what I'm saying.
No, I hear you, but that's what I was saying. From what I was hearing, not that the happiness piece, I get that, right? Because even in America, as we know, in the Constitution, it said the pursuit of happiness. That don't mean you're ever gonna get it, right?
Pursuit, the key word.
The pursuit of happiness.
You could be hating it for the rest of your life. That's the key word.
The
That's the key word that people miss.
So
The pursuit.
exactly. Pursuit is the operative word. You're never gonna get there.
You'll never.
But what I was saying back is like, yeah, you gotta. No matter what in relationship, I was thinking is, hey, not happiness, but experience moments, joy together. That's what I still to make the relationship still lasting moments. About this.
Your internet. Or internet.
Tying your internet a fall. So if you can I don't know if you're getting a call or what.
Or reboot it or something like that.
Reboot your internet.
Until she get back, I need to clarify, because sometimes people get me wrong. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. Let me clarify. Let me clarify. I'm not saying don't treat your partner.
So Tyne, give me a thumbs up when you feel like you're ready to go. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready to go.
I'm not saying
go ahead,
not to treat your partner right and make sure everything, but that shouldn't be the priority in the relationship. Okay, she's back. Yeah, go ahead with the point.
Go ahead now, Tyne.
Continue.
I was hearing y'all well, so I didn't even know I wasn't coming in clearly. I'm sorry, because y'all were perfectly fine from my end, right?
Okay.
What I was saying,
it was kind of, the static.
Kind of, going in and out. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
No, what I was just trying to say, I completely agree with you. But like I said, pursuit of happiness, I've been told myself is not happy. But what I was saying is, irrespective of what, but we have to experience moments together. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, all right.
Her internet. We're not hearing you.
Yeah. How is that now? Like, good now? All right. So she's backstage. Yeah.
So I had to clarify that to make sure, because I've spoken to a lot of people and they keep talking about this happiness thing, and I'm like, no, that's not a reason. That being selfish. If you put your personal need, the goal about family is that you have to put family above your personal needs. That's how it works.
Real mess, brother. Real mess. It's no time to give up your family for happiness. Selfish.
You're gonna leave your family. You have a husband and 2 kids, and because you're not happy, you choose your happiness over the needs of the family. How selfish is that?
Selfish. All right, let me put
You're
time
not being
back.
physically abused or anything like that, but you choose to walk out.
I don't have back time to see how good she is now.
Am I
All
better?
right, this one, you're 100 times better. Check time.
I don't know why. I don't even know what happened because I ain't even moved the phone or nothing.
Time. Careful enough. Man, me have to call the boss, Just careful enough.
What me do? That's it. Me not do nothing.
Just mind me have to call the
You
boss
can't
and
hear?
let the boss say,
Can you hear me, Chris?
can you? Yeah, man. Loud
Yeah.
and clear. You're good. Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
I know
Hold
my
on,
daughter
let me
just said
get the power
Wi-Fi.
power card for me computer. 1 second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
my
we're
daughter
done.
just said the Wi-Fi just tripped out for no reason. I apologize. I just got off the Wi-Fi because it just started acting up crazy for no reason.
All right, so we're good same way now. So we're going on nearly an hour and a half. So we're gonna wrap up now. We're not gonna make it too long.
Yep,
I know
that was
this
good
is not one of,
conversation, Chris. Thank you.
yes, and tying. I know maybe some of them understand, but maybe they will digest. And I know for a fact, tying, that you like to listen to male advice. You like our conversation with a man. You know that.
Yes, I do.
So
I truly do, Chris. You know that because Chris, you gotta go to the source. You gotta go to the expert. I'm not a man. I'm not a male. So I have to hear from you what it's like to be you, your experiences, your viewpoint to life and experiences. Because I don't have the same lens to look through. So I have to go to the expert.
So you understand the happy part or something there.
Yep, I get it, Chris. And the reality is, as a woman too, I'm gonna be honest, transparent. Never thought about it that way, but I'm glad I took this lesson. Beautiful lesson.
So at least we learned something from that. So
Yes.
as I was saying before, this is not one of our favorite mix-up topic, but it's a topic about family. Keeping the family together, values of the family. Things that we should value, things that are a real core in the union of a relationship. And so we have this conversation. I know maybe it's not going to get the traction that it should have gotten, but at the end of the day, the message should be sent out there about family. It's all about positiveness. Sometimes we do some mix-up business, and you're all right, and a lot of people want to hear that, but also we have to speak on these important issue in life, and family is absolutely everything. So we're gonna close now. So we're gonna just kill some time until we maybe come back and we can have our final thoughts. My final thought is what you said, Taim, I'm actually still thinking about it. That's like a bombshell. But yeah, I mean, it was experience to hear your side as well, Taim. I love talking to you and hearing your view. When all our views come together, it creates something for us to think about, something for us to take away from the conversation that will, put our life in a more positive perspective, and I really enjoy this conversation. Yeah, trust me, I really enjoy this conversation. So I put it over to you.
I did too, Chris. A lot.
Yes. So yeah, so that's that. All right, yeah. So I think device could have gone dead. So we just want to say big up. I mean, thanks to everyone who passed through, and big up to everybody who's gonna watch it on the rerun. Because a lot of people watch the video on the rerun. I don't know where this video might end up, but at the end of the day, let's take something away from it and let's start valuing relationship, whether it be a social friendship, your partner or whatever ship you're in. As long as you're in the ship, you're in the ship for a reason. So, let's value it. I want to thank Tayin to take the time out, as usual, when we call upon her, she's always there for me. So I want to thank her so much for being here with us, taking this hour and a half plus out of her time of relaxing, to be here with us. I really appreciate it, Time. Thank you so much. I want to thank our co-host Owie for being here. As usual, the undiluted, unfiltered Owie. always get himself in trouble based on what he's saying. But at the end of the day, if you listen keenly and ask for clarification, trust me, he's got it. Believe me. So big up yourself. Tayin, any final words, Tayin, before we close? Any final words?
I just want to say thank you to my brother for the opportunity, even to hang out with Howie and yourself. Great conversation. And as usual, I'm a firm believer, Chris, and who here is supposed to be here. That's it. And the goal for me in life is to learn something new every day, right? And I mean, none of us is perfect, right? But if we continue to have open minds, and open hearts in our relationships, right? And just like you would say, just continue to have that communication piece, the respect, and figure out where the compromises are necessary and needed. If you really want to build with somebody, you have to work on it. The work is every single day, but if you truly value your relationship that you're in, or you want to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, just do sometime you really have to do some soul searching for yourself. How can I show up differently? How should I show up differently? You know what I'm saying? What truly am I taking from a previous relationship and putting it in here that don't even need to be here, right? Who for fat me I use fry this person, right? Yes. And try to give your current relationship all that is due and worth, if you truly want it to be successful. So thank you for joining us this evening. And like I said, my brother, to learn the happiness piece, that's something key I needed to learn today. So that's my takeaway from this live today. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, Tayin. Respect. Yeah. Yes, my people. Blessings and respect. Blessings and respect. Thanks for being here with us. I want to big up everybody who actually, that was on the live. I can see, I want to big up Marvin, proper respect and manners, my brother. Enough love. It was a good conversation, and as I said, not one of the famous mix-up conversation, but we all, do learn something from it. And so proper manners and respect, and all the best. Have a wonderful day or evening, and I hope the week coming would be a productive week. Blessing, guidance, and respect. Stay safe. Street Vibes out.